friends, welcome to the next video. In this video we're going to be continuing with our studies of flowing choreographies. Okay, we had the first in this series yesterday, and today we're going to do another really beautiful phrase, which is, I think, flows really nicely and that you can use on the kit. It's the 6-stroke roll going into the 8-stroke roll. Again, if you don't know these individually, go back on the channel here, go back and look for the videos that have the choreographies and the stickings for these rudiments individually before you try to do them together. Okay, so first of all, thank you for watching. Thanks for everybody contributing to the page with great comments, and super thanks. And for joining the lesson site, I really appreciate it. We've got some exciting stuff coming up from Europe that I'm going to be putting on live stuff there, not seen on YouTube, exclusively on the lesson site. Okay, so I hope you'll join us, and let's get right down to it. Okay, as you know, the rebound stroke is like a bedding for all the other things you do on the kit. I would say I play 80%, sometimes 90% rebound in what I do. It all depends on what I'm doing, right? The rebound stroke should be like a bedding on which every other technique goes on top of, right? Whether it's finger control or just wrists, anything else is like a bonus on top of the rebound stroke. That should be the priority and the way you look at it, okay? So, again, the rebound stroke is going to give you access to certain vocabulary that you wouldn't be able to get if you don't use it. And a lot of times I get questions like, can I use the rebound stroke on any surface? And the answer is yes. The rebound stroke is like a built-in thing into your hands. And it's amazing to me how many people have not studied it and they don't have it together and they're wristing everything, okay? So something for you to consider, again, maybe some inspiration to awaken your curiosity about this technique, okay? So the first thing we're going to look at is the 6-stroke roll. We're going to do the 6-stroke and the 8-stroke, okay? These are kind of like cousin choreographies, I would say. The only difference being the 8-stroke roll is an alternating roll, and the 6-stroke roll is not, although you can do the alternating 6-stroke roll. Okay, so let's just look at the basic 6-stroke roll for a second, review it with the rebound stroke and the choreographies. If you remember, the 6-stroke roll has 4 movements, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Okay, that is the outer choreography. Now, when you go to add the other notes, okay, so it's tap, up, down, down, tap, up, down, down. It's really important to know when to lift, because that is going to be your accelerator to speed and relaxation, obviously. Don't do this, which is stopping after every note, okay? And also don't do this, okay? Which is stopping before the accents. Everything has to flow into each other. Tap up, right? Tap up. That's the first step, and then down, down is pretty simple. So tap up, right? And the outer choreography, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, the faster you go, the more compressed the choreographies become, obviously. Okay, remember the variations of the 6-stroke roll. There's the alternating 6-stroke roll. There's the inverted 6-stroke roll and the reverse 6-stroke roll. Now some may have different names for that, okay? That's just what I have from many different players from the old days. That's what they call them, okay? So the next thing we want to look at is the 8-stroke roll. The 8-stroke roll has 5 movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so if you want to practice that choreography, on the second note is when you lift, okay? So tap, up, 3, 4, 5. Tap, up, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so on 2 and 3 is when the sticks are lifting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So on the second note of 2 and 3 is when you're going to be lifting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, if you're not sure about that, go back and watch the 8-stroke roll video. All right, we'll have all the lifts explained really clearly. Okay, so now let's put these things together. Why do you need to study these things together like this? Because the choreographies are going to affect the sticking and the way your body has to move, okay? So, together, real slow, first. All right. You'll notice on the 8-stroke roll, the accents are 16th notes, and on the 6-stroke roll, they're 8th notes. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and the 8th stroke, 1 E and the 2 E and the 1 E and the 2 E and the 1 E and the 2 E and the. Okay, that's why it's important to study these motions together. Okay, so let's just count it. 1 E and the 2 E and the 3 E and the 4 E and the 1 E and the 2 and. Okay, so right away, you can imagine how this sounds like on the kit. It sounds really beautiful with perhaps with on the toms and on the bass drum with the cymbals doing the accents. You know, there's lots of possibilities. Maybe the accents on the hi-hat and then once on the tom. Tons of things you can do. The most important thing is to practice flowing the choreographies into each other, okay? So the accents are played at different rates. Remember, that's also going to affect the choreography. So let's just do it a little faster. 1 E and the 2 E and the 3 E and the 4 E and the. Okay, now you'll notice that I'm not going like this. I'm not sticking every note. I'm really aiming for the flow of the choreography. Super important because that's going to allow you to, when you get on the kit, to throw the motions, okay? So let's just do it a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, even on the pad, it sounds different than if you were sticking everything, right? It sounds more open, more free, let's say. With traditional grip, you can basically do the same thing. Okay, so you'll notice how the movements are working with traditional grip. Again, for traditional grip, guys, you want to practice open-handed like this. To make sure that the control comes from here and not from outside the fingers up here, all right? So, that's our exercise for today. It's a beautiful, beautiful phrase that you can apply a lot on the kit, okay? Now, remember, This is to help you play more relaxed, keep your hands healthy, play in a way that allows you to do this and on the kit specifically for drum set, okay? So if you have any questions at all, please write me. I'm happy to hear from you. Remember, the lesson side is waiting for you. Yeah, only $300 gets you into the full year program with full support from me, with Skype or any platform you want, WhatsApp, video calls, video reviews. You send me videos of you playing, I review them, we do lesson plans, a whole lot of stuff going on the site, okay? It's not, I leave you alone on the site and you have to fend for yourself. It's very interactive and you're working with me a lot. Okay, the Elite program is happening. That's 7 days of 3 hours a day online with me. Okay, we go through everything on the site. I watch you, I give you pointers on all your videos. It's a very intense one-on-one program, okay? That's 7 days. You could spread the 7 days out if you want to do once a week. That's fine too. Hand consultations, we're doing hand consultations, only $100 for the hour. I've noticed a lot of guys have similar problems, okay, with their hands. So don't feel like you are, alone in this whole situation. It takes time and it takes a lot of effort to get this thing going. It's not low-hanging fruit information. It's very almost, it's pro-level information, man. It's the real stuff. So if you want to get into it, just drop me a line and we'll do a hand consultation to get you started. Okay, I'm going to be in Italy soon. Drummers Intensive Day coming up. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Hi friends, I'm here to tell you about an exciting new program I have on my lesson site. It's called the Elite program. In this program, you're going to be working with me very, very closely while I guide you through the entire site. The Elite program, why do I call it that? Because I'm searching for the most dedicated people to study this material. If you want to be a professional drummer, you're going to have to change your life. You're going to have to put drums ahead of everything. And I'm here to make sure that that decision is something that's going to benefit your life in the most positive way it can. Some websites have guest artists that come in and show you some stuff for about an hour and then they leave and you never hear from them again. You're stuck with the guys on the site that may or may not have much experience at all. In this program, you're going to be working with me directly, 3 hours a day for an entire week online, okay? We're going to be having conference online, video conference, 3 hours a day for a week. In this week, I'm going to guide you through everything, prepare you. I'm going to watch you play. I'm going to watch you practice. We're going to work together on things in the moment, okay, which is very important. Now, why the price, you may ask? Well, an online video session with me usually costs $270 for 2 hours. A private lesson with me in New York costs $100 an hour. A lot of guys charge a lot more than $100, maybe $200, $300 an hour. My price is $100 an hour. I think that's fair. So if you take that many hours with me, okay, 7 times 3, that's 21, that's $2,100. The price of the course is $1,900. So you're already saving $400 by doing it this way. $400 savings. Plus, you have the full year membership to the site with email support, Skype support, and everything else. This unique study situation has been brought about by the technology we enjoy today. Before, you would have had to travel to New York, hang out with me, come to my house, you know, have all those expenses of going to New York, which many guys have done. But now we can do things in a much more, let's say, efficient basis, more economical, and a way that you can be constantly in touch, not only having me in New York there while you're there. Okay, so this is, I think, an amazing opportunity to study. I've taught at some of the best drumming institutions in the world. That's not something that everybody can say. And I have all that knowledge right here waiting for you. If you're serious about your drumming, the lesson site is there. And I'm there as well, ready to make sure you get the most out of the drumming experience and having drums in your life. Okay? I hope you'll check out the Elite program. The most innovative curriculum there is comes from having the experience from teaching all over the world, drummers at every level from the highest drumming cultures on the planet. What you're going to need to participate is a way to interact with me online. You need to have a drum set up with your camera, your phone, or whatever. It has to sound halfway decent, and a good Wi-Fi connection so we have uninterrupted streaming. Now, as far as the price goes, if you use PayPal, you can break up the payments. PayPal offers you a variety of ways you can pay. You can use your credit card, and if you don't have access to those things, just write me and we'll figure out a way. But this is a very important program and I think you're gonna love it. It's not a common opportunity to study drums, so I hope you'll take it and make the best of it. All right, folks, see you on the Elite program. Peace.